Right, hope we are all good, and of course, welcome back. I'm just back from cardio, and it was tough for the first time back. I can't lie. Literally, first time in like what 3-4 weeks, and I was sweating beyond belief. But it was good. I felt good. I felt sweaty to say the least, but I felt good overall, man. So that's the kind of the first cardio session ticked off as well of prep. But I hopefully kind of as I keep going, I'll just get fitter and fitter, and maybe not be bored at my arse as much at the end. But I'm going to keep this video relatively short. Now, I wanted to come on. I want to kind of like test how short our videos do compared to like other long ones as well. Because my videos just now are roughly kind of like say 15-20 minutes, sometimes like 25 minutes. So I thought let's just try a nice wee short one and see how it does views wise. You know what I mean? Because I feel like some folks see 20 minutes and go, oh, can't be bothered watching that, or they might see 5 or like 10 and go, ah, I might sit and watch that. You know what I mean? So if you're new here, because it's a short video, thank you for being here, all that kind of stuff. But what I want to kind of basically touch on is like, obviously, as you know, I'm an online coach, right? I've got a full-time 9 to 5 job, but I also do online coaching. Now, when it comes to coaching, I've coached a pretty wide range of people now, like at least 60 plus people. And it's like I've kind of seen different, obviously different body types, different like goals, all that kind of stuff, right? All that like as a given pretty much. But one thing that I focus on more is the mindset of people, right? If you're coming to my coaching, what I'm basically wanting is you to reach your goals as much as you want to reach your goals, you know? So it's not a pure case of, right, okay, you join my team, give me your money, and I'll tell you what to do for a couple of months and all that kind of stuff. It's nothing like that at all. Realistically, if you come to me and say, Aidan, I want to lose body fat or I want to build muscle, I'm going to basically do whatever I possibly can to make sure you reach that goal, right? Now, I know what I'm talking about. I've done it for years now. I've seen the results firsthand. I've experienced the results myself firsthand. I know how to do things. I know how to go about things. But the worst thing, and I'm pretty sure any coach can agree with this as well, right, is when somebody comes to you, they say, I want to lose body fat or I want to build muscle or whatever it is, right? They pay you, everything's completely fine, and then they just don't stick to the plan. I would literally rather that you don't give me your money. Like, I do not want your money if you're coming to me to not stick to my plan. Like, the whole point of you coming to me for coaching is for me to help you reach that goal, right? So if you're coming to me and say, for example, you say, Aidan, I've got a holiday in 4 months' time, I want to lose a good amount of body fat and look good for my holiday. Cool, we can achieve that. 16 weeks time, no problem at all. You'll be looking absolutely class for this holiday, right? But see if like maybe 13 or 14 out of those 16 weeks are just like pure half-arsed in it, you can't be bored doing things. You basically kind of like lie to me on your data and all that kind of stuff, like, oh, I've got this many steps today, when realistically you've got absolutely hee-haw, haven't done your cardio, missed probably majority of your sessions, you're not sticking to your meal plan, all that kind of stuff. But then you tell me in your check-in, like, oh, I done this and that, done this and that. And I pure stuck to my meal plan all week. I nailed my hydration, nailed my steps. It must just be something wrong with the plan. Like, that for any coach is probably the most infuriating thing ever, right? Because we know the calories that you're on, the steps that you're on, the cardio that you're on. We know for a fact that that's going to work for your body weight, right? Now, it might be a case where we give you, like, say, what we think is basically a deficit for you in that first initial week, right? Say, for example, week 1, week 2 is a sort of like priming phase, right? We are collecting data, finding out if your body's going to change on this food, if it won't change, then we can kind of work from there, so to speak, right? Once we have that sort of 2 weeks of data, we can then go, right, okay, your body's not moving here. In fact, it's actually staying the exact same, or you've gained a bit of weight, you've lost a bit of weight, whatever it may be. We then basically know, right, okay, these calories will actually make you lose body fat or gain a bit of scale weight, right? So when that then doesn't happen, we know that you're not doing something right. Like, we know for a fact. And if it comes to like say 3-4 weeks and that scale weight still hasn't budged, in fact it's going up, you then definitely know that something's not right. And the people that say to you like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, 100%, yep, yep, yep. And then nothing changes. You just know that something's not right. So what I wanted to basically say is, right, if you've been considering coaching, not even like with me, just with any coach in general, right, if you're considering coaching, do not go in and pay a coach unless you're genuinely willing to like make a change in your life. You can't pay a coach and expect a plan, all that kind of stuff. Like the second that you get that plan, your life does not change. It's not a case of, right, okay, I've got the plan. I'm going to lose body fat now because I've paid the money. I've got the plan. I'm going to lose body fat. I'll just do whatever I want. Like that's not how it works. If you want to see results, if you want to lose body fat or gain muscle, whatever it may be, your whole like mindset when it comes to training, nutrition, your steps, cardio, the lot, right? It has to change, and it has to change in a sort of a positive manner. You can't just expect your whole physique and your whole lifestyle to change because you've gave a coach some money. It's just, it's not how it works. And honestly, like I'm speaking from the genuine truth, right? When it comes to coaching, this is my passion. This is what I love doing. I love seeing people get results and be happier in their body, right? But when someone comes to me and then doesn't stick to the plan for like a good few months and then just leaves or like just ghosts you or like says like, oh no, it's just no for me. I feel like it's not working, all that kind of stuff. It's no my plan, right? And automatically it makes me feel like, oh, they think it was my plan. But when I know it was them not sticking to their plan, right? So for any coach that has went through that and like they've had somebody join their team and like not stick to a plan, you've literally like seen their stories and all that, like out for booze and out for dinner and all this kind of stuff, but they've not told you that. And then they're checking, they go, oh yeah, that was a pure good week, that was class, but nothing really changed in the scales. And you're sitting thinking, oh, I wonder why. I seen your story on what Thursday when you're out for a few pints and all that. Like you just know that they've no stuck to the plan, yet they still lie to you. So any coach that's like going through that, it's not your fault, right? 'Cause I've been there, I've been through it all. And if you're a new coach, especially, right, and you've just started coaching people, and your first like two, three clients, you're thinking, oh, nothing's changing here, but like my data must be right. I'm definitely doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing, and like nothing's changing in their physique or their scale weight, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's not your fault because some people genuinely do think they can just pay a coach and their whole lives are going to change. When unfortunately, it's just not the case. Because if it was, like, say for example, you could give me a couple of £100 and go, right, Aiden, I'm going to change your life by just you paying me this money. I'd be like, oh, class, that sounds good. Like, I don't need to do anything great. But it's just, it's not how it works. If you want to see results and you want to lose body fat, get fitter, reach your goals, whatever it may be, you have to apply yourself to a plan. So if you're thinking about coaching and you're not willing to put in the effort and actually change your bad habits here and there, eat healthier, train more, do some more cardio, some more steps, if you're not willing to actually do that, don't waste your time. Don't waste your money, right? Because realistically, any decent coach doesn't want your money if you're going to just pure half-arse it and not even bother half the time. Because trust me, I've been there. I've had like 30 plus clients at the one time, right? And you can really tell who wants to reach their goals and who just can't be bothered because it's a completely different person. Now, I'm not saying you have to like pure come on my team and then your whole life is just changed and you're pure like bang on from day one. Like it's not going to happen. It might take you 4, 5, 6 weeks to kind of settle in, get used to everything, and pure actually start feeling really, really good, all that kind of stuff, right? But if you're not actually willing to make that change and get to weeks 4, 5, 6 where you kind of start noticing the change, getting a pure momentum going, you're feeling really good, you've lost a couple of kilos, all that kind of stuff, like there's genuinely just no point. You're wasting your time, you're wasting my time, you're wasting any other coach you go to's time, you're wasting your own money, right? So all I really want to say, it's not a rant, it's not a pure like, oh, I'm raging, this has happened. Like, nah, because I've been there, I've done it. Like, to be honest, I don't care. It's just really frustrating because you're sitting thinking, right, I could have really helped them. Like, if they'd actually applied themselves, they could have been a lot happier in their body, a lot more confident, and I'd have loved to have seen that version of them, you know what I mean? So if you're thinking about it and you're not willing to make a change, just don't. If you want to have a coach, you have to, literally have to be willing to make a change, okay? So it's not a rant, but for anyone that's considering coaching, just think, can I make this change? Can I change my diet? Can I change my training, doing more cardio? Will I listen to the stuff he tells me? Like if he says improve this or change this in your training, will I listen to him? All that kind of stuff, right? Before you get a coach, think, will I make the change? Because if not, trust me, just do not waste your time, all right? But that's all I really wanted to say. It's not a long video. I want to keep it nice and short. But at the same time, I feel like it kind of has to be said. Like for anyone that's thinking about coaching, and for the coaches that are kind of going through that sort of experience, it's not your fault. There is unfortunately just some people that do want to just kind of spend the money for the sake of spending the money and not actually make the change in their life, which is, it's a shame, because for anyone like me that genuinely loves coaching and it is actually their passion, right? You want to see everyone at their best at all times. You want to see people like actually progress their physiques, progress their mindsets, just feel happier, feel more confident. It's like the most rewarding job ever. And then when they just throw it away and don't even give it the chance to just go, oh, I just can't be bothered making that change. I can't be bothered eating that food or like doing that training. It is actually kind of gutting to see, because you want to see the best version of them, and then you just kind of just throw it away for the sake of a few pints during the week and dinners out and all that kind of stuff. Which, yeah, is completely fine here and there, but if you're doing it consistently and then lying about it, it then becomes an issue. Obviously, you know what I mean. But that is my little conversation over. Apologies if it kind of seems a bit sort of like, I don't know, like I'm raging, because I'm not raging. It's just a shame to see these kind of people just throw it away for no reason, to be honest. But that is day 15, day 15 of 365 ticked off. Different kind of video, but again, we'll see how it goes. But yes, apart from that, I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.